an army. I mean, you want to talk about controversial? The entire class just swarmed against me. Oh, you think you're so smart? You think you better than the teacher? You think you know more than the teacher? You wrong, jit. You don't know what you're talking about. But I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. What it? It's your boy Young Bun, but you could call me Young Bun. And today we have a little lesson about being steadfast in who you are and what you believe in. So the court of public opinion, what people think about you, is something that's so feeble. It could change at any given moment. You know what I'm saying? One day they love you, the next day they hate you. It's just how it goes.
In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
People will change how they feel about you. People will change how they feel about certain things that you do. People will change how they feel about certain characteristics that you have. So putting that much value into what other people think about you can be a kryptonite, because being confident in who you are goes a very long way, and that's in everything. That's in everything. But when you go for what people will think of you, you cannot be confident in situations where you should be confident, or that there would be nothing to be ashamed of, truthfully and honestly. And I could recall a couple stories about that. One of the biggest ones is I've been like anime, okay? Since I moved to the United States, since I came here, I liked anime. Watch One Piece, okay? Watch One Piece. I know you've heard this a million times, but if you're hearing that today, it's a sign. Just go watch One Piece. Anyway, what happened was, back in middle school, used to be a Naruto fan. Started getting into Naruto. Started watching that. But I also was reading the manga. Now, I don't know about my Gen Zers, the young kids nowadays, but when I was a kid, it was not cool to like anime, okay? Everyone watched it. Everyone knew Dragon Ball Z. But don't you dare show up to school talking about that. You are going to get roasted. I mean, there's a few people who are cool about it, but the cool kids in school did not want to hear none of that. So my middle school had a library where you could borrow books. But the thing about the library was, at the end of the year, they would come up and, you know, basically go class to class like, hey, who owes books? Because now is the time to give them back, because you can't just go to summer and never return a book. So one day they came to my class and they were listing off who owed books and when they need to return it or whatever. So it was name book, name book, name book. And they went down the list. Everyone else, you know, the young and the restless, freaking a series of unfortunate events, no one bats an eye. When it got down to me, they were like,
hey y'all, come look at this.
Young Bunan, Naruto Shippuden, Volume 4. Dying laughing, bro. They started saying Kame Kameha, and I'm like, that's not even how you say it, okay? That's one. And two, that's not even the right anime. They was really out there mocking me. I'm talking about pointing, laughing, like, bro, it was bad, bro. It was bad. Part of me kind of felt like ashamed, because I'm like, dang, they're really getting on me. But part of me was also just confused, because I'm like, I don't see what they're laughing about. I didn't see what was so different between what I was reading and what other people was reading. Sure, mine had pictures and stuff, but it's a book. At the end of the day, it's a book like any other book. And just because it has pictures didn't mean it was like a child's thing. But to them, it was like, oh, what are you, 5? So there was one moment where I was just like, wow, am I really gonna be that looked down upon for liking this thing? Like, by everyone? Because it seemed like everyone was unanimously like, yo, I can't believe you out here reading this out of anything. And it's strange, but it's not uncommon to be like that, especially when that's your environment. Because also when I was in middle school, it wasn't cool to be Haitian. I'm Haitian. Now it's cool, but back in the day, it was, oh, Haitians, where did you swim here? You took the boat and you was out there eating cats. And I'm over here on defense, right? You know, I'm over here, oh, stop saying that. I didn't come here on a boat. Ain't nobody was out here eating cats, which evidently I found out that Haitians do be eating cats. What? It's not something that's everywhere, like that's done everywhere. I guess it's like certain subsection. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, okay. Do I care? Not really. I just was like, yo, they were insulting us, and I was like, that's not what we do, but evidently it is what we do. So I feel a little deceived, bamboozled, even discombobulated, but that's neither here nor there. But they would make fun of us, which most of the people around me were Haitian, and so people would even claim to not be Haitian, and like they'll like discard it, like, who Haitian? Not me. Nope. You know, if they're Americanized enough and they got the accent down pat, I still had an accent, right? I'm not beating the Haitian allegations, but other people would be able to do that, and so they would absolutely go for it. No, I ain't with them. I ain't out here eating cat. And I'm like, I could smell the Haitian off of you. Is that l'huile masqueti? I know that's l'huile masqueti. You're not fooling me. But it was the same way where it's kind of embarrassing, but also kind of baffling, because I'm like, what's the big deal? And also, why are my people trying not to claim they're my people? Because it's your heritage. Your parents are Haitian. You're Haitian. Like, just because you're in America, that doesn't mean you have to abandon who you are. You know what I'm saying? And wouldn't you know it, a certain fellow named Kodak Black comes out, blows up, puts Haitians on the map, or Haitians were already on the map, but he was kind of the revolutionary at my time for viewing Haitians as, you know what, maybe they're cool. And then fast forward a couple years later, now everybody's Haitian. People I didn't know was Haitian, all of a sudden Haitian. People Haitian by association, and even worse, I'm Haitian by penetration. Yuck. Okay, get a grip, woman. Like, that's not how it works, first of all. And second of all, when did it become cool? Because I thought it wasn't cool, which it should have never not been cool. But the way it's flipped all the way around, like the 180 is insane, because now everyone's Haitian. Everyone's, what's good, Zo? What's good, Z? ZB-ster. What's good, ZB? Don't ZB me. You're not even a Z. You're not a Zo. And that's not me trying to gatekeep my culture. I want to share my culture with you, but keep it a stack, keep a band to band. You only Haitian now because it's profitable for your brand. It's profitable for your persona. You want your other friends that are Haitian to accept you. It's like, you don't got to do that. But if you like what you're hearing so far, send this video to someone that might benefit from this message. It's through word of mouth that this channel could grow, and people can get enriched with wisdom and information that they otherwise would not have come upon. I appreciate your support. Regressing or digressing from that, I just found it really funny how it wasn't cool until it was cool. Just like anime, it wasn't cool until it was cool. Now everyone's an anime nerd. It's almost like an identity thing. I'm like, bro, you don't need to take it to that extent. I mean, you could like it. It was always okay to like it, but people are just like, oh, I've always liked anime. If everyone always liked anime, I really would like to know where the bullying was coming from, because I mean, it couldn't have been all of y'all. So it's just funny how public perception of culture, ideas, and how they change. And that's why it's really good to be steadfast and stand in who you are, because people will love you today and hate you tomorrow. People will think, oh, that person is spitting today, and tomorrow they'll be like, I did not have sexual relations with. No, but honestly, they'll like accept you today and then deny you. Like, literally, it happened to Jesus. Jesus like, bro, as my disciple, I know you about to deny me 3 times before the rooster crows. I'm like, well, I'm your dog, I'm never gonna deny you. But when Jesus was, sacrificed, they're like, hey, ain't you one of his guys? Hey, yo, ain't that one of his dude? And dude like, nope, that ain't me. I do not know what you speak of. That, I get that a lot, actually. I get that a lot, but evidently that's not me. That's not me. So it just goes to show you that living for people's acceptance is it's pointless. Just be who you are and be confident in who you are. Because just because the majority of the public agrees on one thing, that don't mean they right. Just because the majority of people say or feel a certain way, that don't make it true. And I have respect for the people that could stand independently in what they believe, whether it be right or wrong. But just the fact that if they change their opinion, it's gonna be a moment of enlightenment that came to them where they're like, you know what, I see this in a different light, and now I've changed my opinion. And not, well, everyone else thinks it's this now, so that's what I gotta think it is. Because why are you faking who you are? That's not who you are. You don't even believe in that. Do you believe in that? Have you shot that shot? Do you work on that shot? No. Everyone else shooting it, so you like, when in Rome, do as Romans do, which is flawed to me. And so I have utmost respect for one of my friends. He's a very headstrong person. He's like me in that sense. But this dude, when he feels a certain way, that is how he feels. He sticks to that. He lives by that. Like, it's a hill he'll die on. And you know what? I respect it, because a lot of people won't die on a certain hill even when faced with a little bit of pushback. But he'll be like, nope, this is what I believe. This is what it is. And that's integrity. If that's what you really believe, why would you not stand up for it? You know what I mean? Why would you not actually be like, nah, this is 10 toes down, homie. 10 toes down, homie. I love people with that type of personality. I'm someone with that type of personality. As a matter of fact, there's a story. I love telling this story. If anyone knows me, they know this story. And this is the moment where I decided, if I ever feel like something is right, I'm going to stand on it. It don't matter who is against me. It does not matter. The whole world, it could be 1 versus 7 billion or however many people live on Earth. if I believe I'm right, I will not switch up on what I believe. So when I was in the 6th grade, I was learning something in math. And it's one of those things where you learn one thing, and then after the initial base level learning, you add one of the variations where it's still the same thing, but now you have this thing to watch out for so that you could still get to the answer. You get what I mean. You know how math works, okay? You've been through school. So we're learning this concept, right? And teachers like this and that, give us a problem to solve, whatever. Move on to the next one that's got a little twist in it. I get an answer. I put my hand up, say the answer, wrong. I'm like, huh? I'm looking at my paper, just confused. Someone else gave an answer. She like, that's correct. Other people start pitching in. Oh, I got the same one. Correct. And the more I'm listening to them and the more I'm looking at my paper, the less it's making sense. And I'm like, no, they're wrong. So I raise my hand up again, right? And the teacher's like, go ahead. And I'm like, that's the wrong answer. Obviously, people did not take that well. And army, I mean, you want to talk about controversial? The entire class just swarmed against me. Oh, you think you're so smart? You think you better than the teacher? You think you know more than the teacher? You wrong, jit. You don't know what you're talking about. But I know I'm right. I know I'm right, bruh. I just know it. So I'm like, okay, if you let me go on the board, I could show you. And the teacher's like, go ahead. To which, I mean, I was appalled. I was like, dang, I didn't think I'd make it this far. I didn't think you would agree to this, but evidently now I gotta go on this board. So I go on the board, grab my Sharpie, and I start going down. If this is this and that is that. And then as I'm doing it, the teacher's like, oh, cause she missed a step. And so she realized that she got duped by the little twist that actually she was trying to teach us. Which it happens. I'm not going to hold it against her. But I was showing people that actually, okay, the answer that I got was the right answer. And what it is that they believed was just off. And, you know, no one likes to hear that they're wrong. But as I'm proving it, the teacher realized where they made the mistake. And they're like, actually, my apologies. I made a mistake. You're right. And when I walked back in my chair, I mean, I didn't say nothing. I didn't act mightier than thou. But, like, I had the coolest walk back in my head. Like, yeah, like, let these niggas know, man. Like, I'm like that. I didn't say any of this, but that's how I'm feeling. Because, bro, an army, okay? They had pitchforks. They had flames on a stick. It was like an angry mob, like off with his head, burn the witch when I first said what I said. But when I proved I was right, everyone was just hush mouth. And I just felt so much pride where I'm like, see, I knew I was right. But as funny as that day was and that thing was, it taught me a valuable lesson. And that's whatever it is that you believe, stand on it. If you know you right, why would you not stand on it? And that's not to say to not take counsel. That's not to say to not listen when other people are telling you something. Because I'll hear you, but if I don't feel the conviction in me that, maybe I perhaps never thought of it that way, and the way I have been thinking about it has flaws, why would I just give way to whatever you saying? I shouldn't. I should be confident in who I am, and all of us should be confident in who we are and what we believe in. There's times where you'll be wrong, and you have to have the maturity to say, you know what? I was wrong about this, and I concede. Nevertheless, if you still feel that you're right about something, why would you ever concede? You have to believe in yourself, especially when you think you're right or that you know you're right. Because the court of public opinion is one of the most feeble things. People will love you one day, hate you the next. It happens. People will think one way one day, the other way the next. It happens. People will hold you high and mighty one day and think you're scum of the earth tomorrow. And it could be of none of your doing, but it happens. But trying to fit what people think of you and trying to get on people's good side and have them have a good perception of you is pointless. Because some people are just going to not agree with you. Some people are just going to hate you for no reason. Some people are going to hate you because they can't be you. And so what are you going to do? Change who you are and be a false version of yourself so that they can hate you less? For what? What will it solve? Nothing. Okay? And so I guess the overarching theme here, not to take any more time because it's already 25 minutes. Oh, Lord. Editing in post is about to be crazy once again. I don't know how I keep doing it to myself. Anyways, be yourself and be confident in who you are. Be confident in what you believe in, even if it's just you. Yeah, so that's about it. That's all I had to say. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think and holla at me, man. I'm gonna start posting on my social soon, so you won't want to miss that. Go hit a follow. Another monologue on IG, another monologue on on TikTok, and another mono, not nucleosis, on Twitter. It's been your boy Young Bunnan, and I'll holla at you.